Hey kids, this is Princess Read-A-Lot from Kids in the Corner 207, and today we're going to read Chinese New Year by Tricia Brown, photographs by Fran Ortiz. Gung Hei Fat Cho, wishing you fortune and happiness. All over Chinatown, people greet one another with these happy words. Gung Hei Fat Cho. It is the time of the Chinese New Year. This is a celebration of spring, and all of the festival traditions reflect the idea of a new beginning. China is an agricultural country. There, life is closely tied to the cycles of planting and harvesting. The New Year festival, coming after the autumn harvest and before the start of spring, marks the end of one farming year and the beginning of a new one. The date for the new year is determined by the Chinese lunar calendar. In this Chinese calendar, a new moon marks the beginning and a full moon marks the middle of each month. Chinese New Year's Day is the first day of the first month of the Chinese lunar calendar and falls on different days of the Western calendar in different years. Usually it occurs somewhere between the middle of January and the middle of February. This is the Chinese lunar calendar zodiac chart. This calendar is based on the cycles of the moon. A different animal represents each year for 12 years. Then the cycle repeats itself. Some Chinese believe people born under a sign of a certain animal will exhibit that animal's characteristics. If you are born in 1936, 1948, 1960, 1972, 1984, or 1996, you are a rat. If you were born in 1937, 1949, 1961, 1973, 1985, or 1997, you are an ox. If you were born in 1838, 1950, 1962, 1974, 1986, or 1998, you are a tiger. If you were born in 1939, 1951, 1963, 1975, 1987, or 1999, you are a rabbit. If you were born in 1928, 1940, 1954, 1952, 1964, 1976, 1988, you are a dragon. If you were born in 1929, 1941, 1953, 1965, 1977, or 1989, you are a snake. If you were born in 1930, 1942, 1954, 1966, 1978, 1999, 1990, you are a horse. If you were born in 1931, 1943, 1955, 1967, 1979, 1991, you are a sheep. If you were born in 1932, 1944, 1956, 1968, 1980, or 1992, you are a monkey. If you were born in 1933, 1945, 1957, 1969, 1981 or 1993, you are a chicken. If you were born in 1934, 1946, 1958, 1970, 1982, 1994, you are a dog. And lastly, if you were born in 1935, 1947, 1959, 1971, 1983, or 1995, you are a pig. The festivities last for weeks. They usually begin around the 20th day of the 12th lunar month with preparations for the new year. Everyone joins in house cleaning, which is symbolic of sweeping out the old, welcoming in the new. Some families put away their knives and scissors. They don't want to risk cutting their luck in the coming new year. When the house is clean, the family begins to decorate. Their best New Year's pictures, called Ninhua, are hung up at this time. Scrolls called spring couplets are also put up. Spring couplets are always hung in pairs. They are painted with brushes in black ink on large vertical banners of gold-flecked red paper. These couplets, short poems written in classical Chinese, are expressions of good wishes for the family in the coming new year. Along with scroll display, the family places arrangements of New Year fruits. Oranges are most often used because of the Chinese word for orange sounds like wealth. Sometimes tangerines are used. The Chinese word for tangerine sounds like good fortune. Pomelos, large pear-shaped grapefruit, are also used in displays. A sign often seen in many homes is the lucky character. The single word "fuk" means luck. It is painted on a diamond-shaped piece of red paper. Sometimes it is upside down. Then the word means luck has arrived. Arrangements of spring flowers are always shown at this time of year, and they too have special significance. The plum blossom symbolizes longevity and courage. Another flower associated with the new year is the water narcissus. Some Chinese believe if flowers blossom on New Year's Day, good fortune will be theirs for the next 12 months. Any flower or branch that blooms at this time of year is used in the decorations. After the house has been prepared, it is time to bid farewell to the kitchen god. In traditional China, the kitchen god left the house on the 23rd day of the last lunar month to report to the heavens of the behavior of the family. On this evening, the family would give the kitchen god a school dinner with sweet foods and honey. Today, some families set up an altar offering sugar cane, honey, or oranges, and offer a prayer that he will say sweet things about them after he leaves. It is customary to burn the kitchen god's picture after the ceremony and set off fireworks outside the house to ward off evil spirits. It is believed the kitchen god will return on the first day of the new year. After the kitchen god has departed the house, final preparations begin. Families shop for new clothes to be able to start out fresh on New Year's Day. Some people like to get their hair cut and washed. They believe this will bring them luck in the next 12 months. Chinatown is bustling with activity now. The color red is seen everywhere. For in China, the color red symbolizes happiness. Everyone is shopping for special holiday foods and gifts. Special New Year pastries are great favorites, particularly a traditional New Year's cake called Ningo. All the stores are decorated with spring couplets or scrolls. This one says, "May everything be according to your wishes." Storekeepers and creditors make a great effort to collect their bills. Everyone tries to pay his debits before the new year. The man is using a abacus. It is a centuries-old Asian calculator used by many Chinese Americans today. New Year's Eve is the most important time for the family. All generations gather together for the New Year's Eve feast. If someone is unable to be there, a place is set for him along with an empty chair to symbolize that person's presence. At the dinner, traditional holiday foods are served, such as fish, poultry, pork, beef, vegetables, and noodles. Poultry and fish are served whole to represent family unity. Traditionally, New Year's Eve family dinners are held in the home, but today some Chinese Americans gather their families together for a banquet in a restaurant. These spring banquets are held through the holiday. In traditional families, the young members of the family bow and pay their respects to their parents and elders at midnight, following the banquet. Children are allowed to stay up as late as they can on New Year's Eve. That night, they usually receive red envelopes with good luck money inside their immediate family members. Only paper money is given since change is considered to be bad luck. Throughout the holiday, children will receive lychee from their other married relatives and friends. Some people go to the temple on New Year's Eve to pray to their ancestors and for good fortune in the coming year. On New Year's Day, everyone is on his best behavior. There are no bad words or no bad manners. It is believed that whatever happens this day determines your luck for the year. On this day, visiting begins. It is traditional to visit your grandparents and parents first, then your friends. Throughout the holiday, friends gather to renew old friendships. Guests usually bring a gift. It can be a potted flowering plant or a New Year delicacy such as melon seeds, candied fruits, or New Year's cakes. To welcome their visitors, many families keep a tray of sweetmeats called quin hop, or a tray of togetherness. Traditionally, it has 8 compartments, each with a special food item significant to the season. For example, it is thought that if you eat candied lotus seed, you will have sons. Eating candied melon promotes growth and good health. Candied coconut represents togetherness. Watermelon seeds symbolize having plenty. On the 3rd to 5th day of the new year, students from martial arts studios perform the lion dance in front of stores to scare away evil spirits and bring good wishes to the storekeepers. The money given to them by the shopkeepers is donated to charity. Everyone adds a year to his age on the 7th day of the new year. In traditional China, individual birthdays were not considered as important as this New Year's Day. Today, the tradition is only symbolic of the festivity and happiness of the new year. The grand climax to the holiday is the Dragon Parade. For 2 centuries, the New Year's festivities have ended on the 15th day of the first month with the celebration of the 3-day lantern festival. Lanterns were carried throughout the streets. To complete the festivities, a paper, silk, and bamboo dragon went weaving through the streets amid strings of firecrackers. Today, the Lantern Festival is no longer carried on in America, but the Chinatown Parade continues the tradition of ending the holiday with a dancing dragon. Today, the Chinatown Golden Dragon Parade is a combination of old and new, east and west, with marching bands and beauty queens. At last, here comes the dragon. Firecrackers explode everywhere, warding off evil spirits. What noise! What fun! Gang Hei Fat Cho. The end. Happy New Year. Thanks for listening. Read lots.